She gave her blood to an alien warrior. What he gave back shocked her. 1. The wound. Lieutenant Aria Vance had seen a dozen battlefields, but none as bleak as the smoking canyon on Vaya Prime. Ash drifted like snow, choking the air, and among the rubble lay the broken figure of the alien warrior. He was Vaya, one of the elder races. Twice her height, armored in bone plates that now hung shattered. A gash ran across his chest, ichor leaking in rivulets that hissed where they struck the ground. His breath rattled, shallow and failing. Her squad had pulled back. Reinforcements were hours away. But Arya remained. She couldn't explain why, only that leaving him to die alone felt wrong. Human, the warrior rasped. His voice was deep, cracked stone. Why do you stay? Arya crouched beside him, setting her rifle aside. Because you're still breathing. 2. The impossible choice. Field medkits worked on humans, barely on other species. The Vaya's blood chemistry was toxic to her kind, acidic and unstable. No transfusion protocols existed. But as Arya studied the wound, her heart pounded with a reckless thought. Blood carried oxygen. Blood carried life. If his kind bled out, what if? Crazy, she muttered. The warrior's golden eyes flicked to her. What is crazy? Arya bit her lip. If I give you my blood, it might keep you alive long enough for medics to reach us. The warrior coughed, black ichor spilling. Human blood, poison. Or medicine, she countered. Her hands trembled as she drew out a transfuser. It wasn't made for this, but she could reroute its filters. She sliced her palm, let crimson well up. The sight of it, the raw red that marked humanity, made the alien flinch. And yet, when she pressed the transfuser against his wound and let drops of her blood mingle with his, something strange happened. The hissing stopped. His tissue didn't reject it. It drank. 3. The gift of blood. Minute by minute, color returned to his scales. His breathing steadied. The wound ceased to widen. Her blood, impossibly, was knitting into his system. Arya swayed, dizziness threatening. She was giving too much. But the warrior's eyes widened with every heartbeat, glowing brighter as strength returned. When she finally collapsed to her knees, pale and sweating, his massive hand caught her. His grip was gentle despite claws that could have pierced armor. You gave your blood, he whispered, voice trembling. You gave your life. Arya forced a smile. Don't waste it. 4. The shock. Hours later, reinforcements arrived. Medics rushed them both to triage. Arya drifted in and out of consciousness, hearing fragments, contamination, impossible compatibility, symbiosis. When she woke, the alien warrior was sitting beside her bed. Whole. Strong. His wounds completely healed. But that wasn't what shocked her. It was the shimmer beneath her own skin, golden threads, faint and glowing, running like veins of light. What happened to me? She whispered. The warrior bowed his head. When human blood touched mine, it did not poison. It awakened. My body accepted it, and in return, it gave back. Gave back what? He reached out, and for a moment she thought he would touch her hand. Instead, he touched the air between them and the faint shimmer of golden energy arced, responding to her pulse. You carry my strength now, he said softly. The bond of blood. Half of me lives in you, as half of you lives in me. 5. The bond. At first, Arya refused to believe it. She demanded scans, tests, isolation. But the results were undeniable. Her blood had altered, no longer fully human, no longer fully Vaya. Stronger. Faster. Cells that resisted fatigue, wounds that closed faster than they should. And when she stood beside the warrior, she felt his presence in her mind like a heartbeat not her own. Is this permanent? She asked him one night, staring at her glowing veins. Yes, he answered simply. Blood once shared cannot be unshared. You saved me, and so I saved you. Now we are bound. Her heart raced at the weight of those words. Bound. Not metaphor, not oath. Biological, undeniable. 6. The price. Not everyone welcomed it. The human command saw danger. The elder races whispered of contamination, unnatural fusion. Some demanded quarantine. Others demanded eradication. But when the war surged back to Vea Prime, Aria and the warrior fought side by side. The bond made them more than allies. He sensed her movements, she felt his intent. Together, they broke enemy lines that had held for months. Soldiers whispered that she moved like a Vea, and he fought with human unpredictability. They were something new. Something terrifying. And the bond grew deeper. 7. What he gave back. After the battle, they sat amid ruins, watching the suns sink below fractured horizons. Aria's veins glowed faintly in the twilight. You never told me your name, she said quietly. The warrior inclined his head. Kale. Kale, she repeated. The sound felt right in her mouth. He studied her, golden eyes unreadable. You think what I gave back was power, healing, strength. Wasn't it? She asked. He shook his head. Those are surface gifts. What I gave back was trust. Vea do not share blood. Ever. But you gave yours freely, knowing it could kill me, or kill you. You made us kin. You shocked me, human, not with what you did, but with why. Aria's throat tightened. Why? Because you didn't want me to die alone. His voice broke. No warrior of my people has ever been honored so greatly. 8. Beyond chains. Weeks turned to months. The bond did not fade. She felt his hunger when he starved, his pain when he bled, his fierce pride when he fought. In return, he learned her humor, her stubbornness, her humanity. The galaxy had always divided predator and prey, race against race, blood against blood. But when Aria and Kale stood together, the divisions blurred. They were proof that walls could fall, that chains could break, that even blood could be shared across stars. And in the quiet moments, when duty didn't demand their lives, they found something else between them. Something neither had expected. Not just strength. Not just survival. But the dangerous, fragile beginning of love. 9. The legend. Long after the war ended, stories of the human and the Vea spread. Some called them abominations. Others called them saviors. The truth was simpler. They had bled for each other. They had changed each other. And in doing so, they had changed the galaxy. For whenever whispers rose about fear, or mistrust, or the impossibility of unity, someone would speak the words that endured. She gave her blood to an alien warrior. What he gave back shocked her. And the stars would remember.